the 27th, 2023. It's August 27th. And we are doing a bowl of summer fruit. Let me just pull you guys up here on the live, and so I can see who is with us this morning. We are going to be looking at some images that people have been adding. Hi, Meryl. I did have summer fruit, and then I forgot completely about today's prompt, so yeah, so we don't have a fresh bowl of summer fruit in front of me, so I'm going to be working from photos. So if you do not have these photos and you're not a Patreon, you can go grab something from the internet. Unsplash.com has some copyright free images. I think I added a couple actually. Let's see. My Padlet's not working like that, so I'm going to go to, hang on, who added this one? I can see who added them. This one was added by Lou, the first one. This one was added by Jen, who's actually, this is her book that she makes. If you're watching this and you haven't seen her lovely books, I can actually show you in person. So I'm putting Zoo Life images in. Zoo Life is an app that Beth Spencer has teamed up with, and she has a coupon code on her Substack for Zoo Life. And I'm dedicating this book to Zoo Life and doing an animal a day because I signed up. I love going to the zoo and I love seeing the animals, and it's a way of just getting a little bit of a practice in. So this was the first one that I did, that I started with, and then I did this one. So you can visit zoos from all over. And then I did this one yesterday. But what's lovely about this book is that Jen from Jen Caballeros, Books Are My People, that's who she is on Instagram. She adds many, many different types of papers, different weights, different, like some are architectural papers, some are wallpaper, some are jelly plates that she's done. There's cardstock in there, ledger paper, and I like seeing how different mediums take on different types of paper. So that was yesterday's, this is today's. I just did that before grabbing Piper to take her outside. Isn't that cute? This is from a place in Australia, and I forgot to write down the name of the sanctuary for koalas that there is there. So yeah, this is Jen Caballeros. She has a store on Etsy, and I think she has a summer code as well, so I'm not sure what the summer code is. If you go into my highlights, I link Jen in my, I'm just putting these in stories, like my drawings. So if you go in there, there's a link to Jen's page, and then from there you can link to her Etsy, and I'm sure she's has it advertised on her. Then what else did we do? Over the weekend we had a couple of meets, we had a couple of draw sessions. I can quickly show you what we've been doing. Did I put it in here? I think I did put it in here, but I think I put it further on. Oh yes, we went to London. So London part 2 happened. We drew Fortnum and Mason. Can't speak this morning. This was the Royal Academy. We went to the Royal Academy and went to the summer exhibition and did some drawings from the summer exhibition. That was fun. And then yesterday's meet, we are doing a project in September, and we're trying to figure out a theme or individual way of embellishing playing cards. So I'm deciding, I think I'm going to be using collage and drawing over my collage. So reusing images that I don't want anymore. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I know that other people have other plans, and I think that's great. Maybe there's, you know, something that you want to focus on, whether it's birds or nature or, yeah. Good morning, Meryl. And C is here, and Julie, hello. And Meryl says, today is summer reeds, but I would prefer summer fruit. Is it summer reeds? Oh, shoot. I got that wrong. Oh, here it says bowl of summer. Oh no, you're right. It's the 28th today. I'm gonna do summer fruit. Oh my gosh. I'm like one behind. What is up with that? Oh, because I don't do the weekend ones. That's probably why. Julie says, so cute. I think you were referring to the animals. Yeah, I really do. Like, I think I'm not sure if these books come in different sizes. I think Jen made a smaller one as well. But I really love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so I'm going to work on summer fruits. And just have a little bit of a play with different mediums, maybe some watercolors, maybe some gouache, maybe some, I know it's summer reeds today, so if you want to do summer reeds as well, you can do summer reeds, because here is a bowl of cherries, bowl made by Jojo Levin, and I'm not sure who added this, an anonymous. See, with the Padlet, if you don't sign in, we don't know who you are. Oh, this one is also by an anonymous. Anonymous. Is anybody here going to claim this one? This is a bowl of passion fruit. I love it. And these two are the ones that I added, which I really like the colors in this one. This is a bowl of tomatoes, which is also fruit and summer fruit. And then I have this one, a classic, which I love, and it's a bowl of nectarines. Nectarines or zatsumas or tangerines, not sure exactly which. Alright, so I'm going to start with the top one and just look at the colors, maybe do some playing around with composition, shapes. And I'm going to give myself 5 minutes for each of them and then see if I want to do a longer one. Who is drawing summer fruit and who is drawing summer reeds? Because I got that wrong today. But yeah, if you have a summer reed that you want to draw the book cover, or maybe you want to make your own. Oh, I wanted to show you these as well. It's like a show and share today. So many of you live around oak trees, but look how gorgeous these are. Look at these. I want to show you close up. So these, I have never seen them before. I saw them on my walk and I went back yesterday because I was painting at the studio. And these are called, it's a turkey oak. Yeah, a turkey oak. But look, they're all furry. They're furry acorns. Aren't they adorable? Can you see that? And also the leaf is a little bit different. Did I have the other leaf here from the other day? So many different types of oak trees. I had no clue. I know there are, you know, many different types of oak trees. Apparently, this oak tree was in England for a while, and then there was a wasp that would be really attracted to it, and for some reason it did something like leave its larva on another tree, and they were worried, so they felled all the turkey oak trees from England. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. I love it. I've never seen it before. So there probably aren't very many over here. Do you have them in Maine? See? Okay. I'm going to start with a gouache. Let's try, I'm going to do a full page of fruits. Fruits, and I think I can go back a couple of pages actually. Let's have a look. I've got a, let's go here. We were also talking about some blues in our meats. All right, I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes and we'll see how much we get done. Your 5 minutes starts now if you are drawing with us. C says, I hadn't seen them before. No, I hadn't seen them either. All right. I'm just going to get some color on my page. How was everybody's weekend? If you're not painting, you can chat with us. Tell us what you got up to. Did you do anything special? Not sure if this was such a great idea or whether I should have gone first with the darker colors. Trying to look at the shapes. This morning, Beth, if you are a paid subscriber of Beth Spencer, she is having a, what do you call it? A work along, or it's where you meet, similar to our catch up and draws in Patreon, but you meet and you just get work done, and you don't have to chat, you just meet at the beginning and then you work for an hour. It's like a work buddy thing. Anyway, she's having that with Helen Stevens this morning. Co-working with Pencil Pals. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, Maria. Sue says, we have an oak that kids were pulling all the acorns off for a project, but they were not interested in the leaves, so just left the something in. Oh, yeah, I could see that. Probably a lot of branches hanging out with no acorns on. Okay, this is not the best brush for this. Yes, so Beth is doing a co-working with Pencil Pals. Pencil Pals is Helen Stevens' Substack. If you don't know who Helen Stevens is, she is a co-founder of the Good Ship Illustration. And did anybody do, I know that Pearly did anybody else do the Good Ship Illustration Art Club on Friday? Actually, I know a few of you did because I was with you. Not in person. Okay, I'm just going to fill in all my white gaps, and I shouldn't have filled in here, but I did. just a very rough. We only have 46 seconds left, which is not enough. I'm just going to put the bowl, or the container, it's not really a bowl. And I do want to I'm going to get some other things done on this one. I just set a timer so that I keep moving, because if not, I'd be like doodaloo, just, you know, taking my time. Sarah says, because of your teaching now, I know you're blocking in. And she says, great, Sarah. Yes, I am blocking in. And you were probably a little bit, okay, I'm taking off the timer. You were probably a little bit, thrown off at first when you didn't know what it was. So now I am blocking in again, but looking at the contrast, because you can, if you put the lighter color down, then you can just move your paint around and not put the paint on the lightest color, and then you can create some volume just with the contrasting color. See? It is like magic. It is painting. It is magical. Talking about painting, don't leave it too late to sign up to the classes. I know they don't start until next week, but the coupon is only available, the coupons are only available this week. I know Sarah has signed up for both of them. I know you said you wanted to sign up. I know some people are waiting until the beginning of the month, but yeah, so don't leave it too long, because that coupon will run out on Sunday. Sunday or Saturday maybe. I'm going to put one more here. I would like to also work on those little, this one may take me I may just work on this today. I mean, you know, we do as we do in the mornings. I know that some people like seeing the whole process of something developing into a little bit of a more finished piece. I'm going to be adding some blueberries as well in here. Blueberries are a funny color because they have like that dusty color on them, but then they also have like a Payne's gray to them. So I think I need a little bit more of a muddy color near them. And then they have those bright green little stalks. Also, there is a deeper purple tone, so I'm going to get that in as well. I should have had my palette right here. And is that done? No, I need it to be a little bluer. Try not to use black, even though these blackberries, they really are very, very dark. Who's doing books and who's doing summer fruit this morning? Because I did get the I honestly thought it was the 27th. Why would I have thought it was the 27th? I knew that Saturday was the 26th. I'm just missing a day. Maybe I will just do a little bit of this. Just a couple, like just make sure that I have strawberry and I have blueberries and I have the blackberries. Okay, this really does need to be dry. When I put the dusty look to the blueberries, I want my brush to be dry because I don't want it to be like really soft. So I just made sure my brush was dry with the color on. I mixed up a little bit of brown into my purple that I had. Janice says, I'm doing a few of the images from the Zoom meets missed over the weekend. Ah, fun. They were, that was a fun meet on Saturday. And then yesterday we just had a catch up and draw, which I love. I love because we get to chat and chat about new and exciting art mediums, which is dangerous, but we all love it. So, okay, strawberries. I've never been great at drawing strawberries. I think because they're very, very particular. They have these little, I guess you have to figure out where the light is and where it's hitting. There's also many different tones to them. Need to lighten that a little bit. There's like oranges and reds in there. Like this part is so much more orange and this is not bright enough. Trying to pick up the white that I've got on my palette, but it's not lifting as much as I want it to. Okay, so I'm going to lighten here. It's not clean enough. I may have to get some clean water. Try the white here. It's still very muddy. And I say this and I don't do this, but I say this all the time. Try and keep your colors to the lightest color that you see when you first put it on, because this way you'll keep the brightness of your piece. But I don't always do that myself, so it's not very good. C is doing summer fruit. Janice, oh yeah, Janice says she's doing things. What is everybody else doing? Is anybody else drawing fruit or not? I know that you're probably doing your own thing, and I know it's very early in the morning. Meryl, what are you doing? Okay, this this is a little bit more pinky. I need to also lighten this. It's just not lifting. I need it a little bit more pink, I think. And a better brush. I need to get a better brush for this, definitely. Struggling with the strawberries. Oh, you're doing people reading. Nice. Oops. And Meryl is doing fruit. And Julie says, I'm doing the bowl of clementines. Yeah, I like that one too. Okay, let's try. I need to brighten up my strawberries. I mean, the inside of the strawberry is so super bright white. I just need to get one strawberry, one raspberry, how I like it, and then I'll be happy. Doesn't have to be the whole bowl of fruit. Just tackling one of each is good. I'm happy with the blackberries. I'm happy with the blueberries, although I haven't finished the blueberries. And I need a better paintbrush for, oops, they all stuck together, for the strawberries. I know this is way too premature to put this on, but I want to get the structure. I don't know if I've ever really looked at a strawberry so closely. I mean, I've looked at one, but like drawn one that closely, maybe? Never. We have like a little pit in the middle. Okay, I definitely need to work on the colors of this. You know what, I'll pull this all the way over here because the blueberry, I didn't put a blueberry in on that side. And I need it much redder over here. And this blueberry on here, I'm just going to define the edges a little bit so they can come back to that. just cut that blueberry off over here. I'm cutting him off. I need to make this red a little bit more orange. Because these strawberries have been cut, there's like a different kind of edge to the end part. I mean, the good thing about gouache is that you can go over it, so that's kind of nice. I'm going to try and lift some pink for the raspberry. Kind of a pinky red. I have like a little insect on my page. It's probably coming from which my daughter was right. She's like, why are you bringing those acorns inside? There's going to be bugs inside. I'm like, it's okay, there's no bugs on there. But I think there are tiny little bugs that came off of it that were living on there. Now I feel bad that I've taken them from their habitat. It's okay, they can live in my studio for a bit. Janan says, those blackberries look real. Almost not. They need to be a little bit more of a dark purple, but thank you, Janan. The raspberry is a very delicate subject. A lot softer in look and feel than the strawberry. Kind of has this, no, that's not gonna, need to lighten it a little bit. I always struggle with gouache, getting it light enough. Is it too light? So if you haven't read your Patreon emails, everybody, I have created a Padlet for you all to add to for the month of September if you want to take part. We are traveling around the world. The subject is all around the world, and we are looking at female artists, figures in art. Could be musicians, could be writers, could be whatever you want. And we're going to draw them as well as a landscape. We did this last year and I loved it. I think some other people enjoyed it. So that's what we're doing in September. But if you are a Patreon and you want to add maybe what you want to be drawing, maybe other people will be inspired as well. You don't have to do what we're doing. You can do your own. You can do your own artist or own musician or writer or sculptor, whatever you fancy. Okay, I'm using the white from just the lid of the white gouache just to capture some of these little shiny bits on the strawberry. Doesn't need to be everywhere. And then I have to put that little green, light green pit in as well. And no, it's looking a little bit too sharp, too, I don't know. I think I'm better at just loose rather than tight drawings. Okay, the blueberries. I'll get a little bit of a lighter feel on some of them. See if I can add a tiny little bit of white to these here. I mean, this could really take you all day to finish. Okay, so when I squint my eyes, I can see that there should be a little bit of a glaze over some of these blackberries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit of watered down purple and just go over. It's not very watered, is it? Over some parts, because I want it to not be as bright in all the areas. Janan says she's doing fruit as well. I know. I kind of messed up on the day, Janan. I thought it was, well, I thought it was the 27th. I think because I was excited about doing fruit. I'm going to put a little stalk right here, even though there isn't one. And put one here too. I don't like that strawberry up there. It needs to be a lot whiter. The light area. Let's have a look. And I'm going to have to take it right from the tube. And clean up these edges a little bit. I think the edge can be a little bit brighter as well. So I'm going to add, oops. And it'd be interesting to do this one in watercolor as well, because you'd be focused completely on different things. Like initially you'd really make sure everything was super clean. I think gouache gives you the ability to correct and go back over, just like acrylic does as well. Okay, I'm going to come of a darker red. I'm going to have to mix it. And I want a darker red, but I want to be really careful to keep it nice and bright. So I'm going to add a tiny little bit of purple to that. Yeah, that's darker over here. I need it darker over on this area. This doesn't really make sense over here, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do over here. I'm going to add those tiny little seeds, see if I can get those in. That probably would be great to do just with a pencil crayon. It looks like a huge wild strawberry, my strawberry. Wild strawberries are definitely furrier. They have more seeds, bigger seeds than the ones that you find in the store. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to get this blueberry on the edge here. Need to come over. You can make this slightly darker. Am I being really way too particular with this? This is just not like me. But it's nice to do studies like this every now and then, because you really do look at your subject matter. You know, I'm struggling a little bit with this subject matter. I think it's the regularity. Is that a word? I think I like irregular more than regular. Oh, that could be another blackberry there. Does anybody have any big plans for this week? It's Monday, so maybe some of you have big plans. I know that my kids are both back in school this week. They started actually last week. Well, one of them started last week. Let's get the shape of this down, and then the shapes of the blueberries. This blueberry I need to correct a little bit, definitely. It is very relaxing just looking at fruit and drawing it. I think it would be nice to do it in person as well, like having real fruit in front of you and just doing a study of the real fruit. I think that would be nice as well. I think this could take a long time. Oh my goodness, look at the time already. It's like 10 minutes to. Everybody must be really into their fruit because you're not talking much this morning. Very into your fruit. Will we see some of you at the Pencil Pals at Beth and Helen's Pencil Pals? The co-working with Pencil Pals. Who's joining that today? Okay, I need some more. This still needs to be a lot brighter and a lot lighter, so I'm not sure how I'm going to get that. I'm going to just do this for the raspberry over here. Come right to the edge. So you could do it the opposite way around, where you do the light on top of the dark. I mean, this way you can get your shapes in, and then the edges are there. Maybe that would be easier actually. Did not think. Maybe this way round is a lot easier. I'm not sure about the strawberries though. I think I prefer drawing blackberries and raspberries rather than strawberries. Blueberries is not too bad. Maria says, I'll be there. Marianne says, I will be there. I got a head start, been cleaning my art room. And Julie says, I've been really too loud this morning already. I'm sure you have heard me across the pond. But I'll tell you all about that in the next catch and meet. Okay, sounds good. And Sue says, I would love to join, but it's Monday and I have 2 appointments this morning. Oh yes, Monday is your appointment day. I think this is the wrong color. It is the wrong color. I like getting the shadows in. Maybe I just work on shadows and that's it. I focus on the shadows. Yeah, see, I don't know if my colors are still a little bit off. Maybe let's try mixing again. I'm gonna mix the blue that I have here, and I need to make sure that I don't have any white on my colors. So I need to mix it in an area that I don't have any white. I need to put a touch of green in there maybe, and then add my red. Oh yeah, that worked. That worked. Let's have a look at this, because I lost some of these when I did the glaze over. Glazing over with gouache is probably not the same as glazing over with watercolor, because the watercolor, I mean, you can do a glaze and it just doesn't pick up the watercolor. You have to manipulate it a little bit, but if you just do one glaze, it's fine. Whereas the gouache, it seemed to have lifted it, which I didn't want. But this is slightly deeper of a dark blue, so I am getting a little bit more detail in those that I lost. And get some in here as well. This strawberry is not the greatest here. Just does not look like a strawberry much. Well, you can definitely see the process, that's for sure. I'm not sure if I'm loving drawing fruit this morning, but it's been a learning process, and I know that I'm not very good at strawberries, and that's okay. Definitely something that has to be worked on. I just, you know what strawberries remind me of? Water. And it's those little areas of light, but it's not regular, so like it's irregular, and then these little seed pockets. I think it's just a little bit too finicky for me. You're very sweet. C, thank you so much. But I'm still, there's a lot that I don't enjoy about this, but like some things I definitely enjoy doing the blackberries. So that will be something, if I do like a blackberry bush in the future or a strawberry field, I think I would choose a blackberry bush over a strawberry field. like a honeycomb. It kind of like, there's just a lot to it. Okay, and I'm out of white, and this needs to still be even whiter up here. Ah, that's better. Right, no, it lifted the pink underneath. So, note to self, wherever there is white, even with gouache, try and keep it really, really white, because you're never going to get that white of the paper, even though this is, no, this is white paper. I was going to say it's a little bit cream, or maybe it is a little bit cream. Is the pith paper white or is it cream? Let's have a look. I can see with this printout paper. Yeah, it's a little bit cream. Everybody, I am done. I did not get much done at all, but thank you for joining me and listening to me complain about my 3 pieces of fruit that I got done today. Not much at all. Bowl of fruit on the wrong day. That's okay. Maybe I'll do, what's the day today? August 28th. I even said, didn't I not even say August 27th at the beginning of this video? Oh well, you'll just have to look until the end to see what happened. Janan said, they're lovely, thank you. Thank you. You guys are very sweet. I look forward to seeing yours. It definitely was interesting, and I know that I probably could have just whipped up together a whole bunch of quick ones, but it's always good to do a little study like that. Have a really good day, everybody. If you... Aristotle says, I'm just saying that modern methods involve much less hustle. Much less hustle, and I'm in agreement with modern ethics. Okay. All right, then. Sarah says, you'd be here till 10 if you finish this. I know, I would be. Anyway, it was good. Julie says, thank you. I needed the quiet, nice hour. You are very welcome. Yeah, sometimes you just need to zone in on a little area and try and figure it out. I see there's a lot of things missing. My my shine on a lot of the blackberries don't need to be as shiny. They can be a little bit more muted. So, you know, that's something that just really looking at something is a good challenge as well. All right, I will see some of you in a little bit, or maybe not. Bye, everyone.